Hello, you guys. Vertigo, well, Ben, otherwise known as Vertigo here, back with another video after a long break. I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, I've been busy with life. I'm seeing somebody. I'm going to school, so there's a lot going on. I don't want to get into that too much, though. If you've been watching any of my streams recently, you'll be somewhat aware of what's going on. Yeah, not to dwell on that. Let's get straight into the flight. One of my goals here is to try and shorten the length of these videos, make them a little easier to digest. So, cutting down on wasted time as much as possible is what I'm aiming for. So, without further ado, we're on the ground here at San Diego. In the Southwest colors, we're flying Southwest today. The call sign is Southwest 16. We're in the Nevada Battleborn livery. We're going to Las Vegas from San Diego here. I am on VATSIM, and Los Angeles Center is online, and will be online until 1300 local time, which is 1 local. We'll see if that stands. Anyway, we do have control as of now. That may change. It's all a hop within the SoCal-ish area, and then we'll head up to Nevada, Las Vegas, as you can see downtown San Diego here. The aircraft has been set up already. We're boarded. Doors are closed. Our exterior lighting is set for the time being. We have ground power connected and AC unit connected. So we're in pretty good shape. We're here at Gate 6 at San Diego. We're going to Gate Charlie 7 at Las Vegas. You can see the sun is setting here over in the west, somewhere over there. So it will be a night landing at Vegas, which will be pretty cool to see. But otherwise, there's not a lot more to talk about. Let's get into the flight deck and get the show on the road. Alright guys, welcome into the flight deck. Standard 737-700 NGX cockpit setup here. Not a lot to speak of if you're at all familiar with the PMDG. This will all look very familiar to you. Let us hop up to the overhead. We can get our passenger signs on. We can get our window heat on here. And we can set the pressurization panel. Let's hop over to the, or hop up to the overhead rather. We're going up to flight level 290, so we'll set that on the pressurization panel. And with that done, we're in pretty good shape. We can call for clearance, get our squawk code, and get our routing. It will be the Pebble 6 departure Santa Catalina transition that is filed. We're going to listen for an altitude, and we're going to listen for a squawk. We know departure will be with him. So, Los Angeles Center is on 125.8. Los Angeles, good afternoon. Southwest 16 on the ground at San Diego. IFR to Las Vegas.
South 16, expect PDC standby.
Okay, so he just said we're going to get PDC, which is pre-departure clearance. It will be sent via text. That will take a moment. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for our PDC... Oh, it just came through. Okay, guys, so the PDC came through. I can't show you that because it's through vPilot. I'm just recording P3D here. However, we do have a squawk code, obviously. It's 7175. Whoops. Whoa, what am I doing here? 71, there we go. 75. Okay, and our top altitude is 13,000 feet on the climb out initially. So, with that done, we can hop right into the FMS and put in our flight plan. So, we're on the ground here at Los Angeles, or sorry, what am I doing? My head is not in the right place. We're not at Los Angeles, we are at San Diego. And we're gonna grab our GPS position here to align the IRS. We're going to Las Vegas, identifier Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra. Flight number is Southwest Flight 16. Runway for departure, I'm assuming will be 27. And then our routing, let's put this in. So, after our departure, we're going to be direct to Santa Catalina, Sierra X-Ray Charlie. Then direct to the Los Angeles VOR, Lima Alpha X-Ray. We then join an airway, the J9er, and take that to Daggett, where we join the KPEC 3 arrival. So if we come to departures and arrivals, departures will be the Pebble 6 Santa Catalina transition. That works out well. And then arrivals, the KPEC 3 Daggett transition. We'll worry about entering a runway later when we have more information. Activate that route, execute it, and we'll hop over to our legs page and cross-check everything.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait.
And yeah, our routing looks wonderful. That's a good flight plan. So, our zero fuel weight will auto-compute 104.9er. Our reserve fuel, we have a release of 13,150, and our reserve will be 4.3. These are in thousands of pounds, of course. We'll use a cost index of 38, and we're going up to flight level 290. Our cruise winds are, they vary a bit. We will call it 277 at 8.3. And the outside air temperature at top of climb will be minus 42, which is already in there. Good to go. We do have a D rate today for takeoff. We're pretty light. We don't need full power. We're going to have a 20K D rate. 40 on the assumed OAT, and that will be with flaps 1. All of this information is coming from TopCat, which is a takeoff performance calculator. V-speeds go in like so, and at this point I'll set the parking brake. I will open the left forward fuel pump, the number 1 forward fuel pump, and start the APU, as well as turn that yaw damper on. And hopefully, yep, the yaw damper's good to go. Cool. And now we'll set the MCP. So V2 is our IAS.
527-23013, gas 18, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, 130 on the IAS for our V2. Initial heading out of here is 293. So we'll set a 293 in the heading bug. Our top climb goes up to 13,000 feet. Auto brake can go to RTO. We'll get the auto throttle armed. Flight directors coming up. VOR bugs can come up. Terrain and data on the first officer's ND. And we'll get data and traffic on the FOs, on the captain's, my side, here the left side. We can arm VNAV and LNAV, and we can set the altimeter here at San Diego, which is, if I take a look, 3008. That is now set, and you can see the APU is running, so we're going to transfer power to the APU gen. We can kill the ground power. We'll open up the remainder of our fuel pumps and get the anti-collision light on, like so. And at this point, we're in pretty good shape. We will come down, we will get rid of the ground connections, and we'll call GSX over for push and start. So we'll want our nose to the left and our tail to the right. But yeah, okay, FS actions, ground connections. All our ground connections can go at this point. Our doors are closed, and we are ready for push and start. So we'll let GSX hook us up, and we'll be out of here in just a minute. Okay. So they just gave us clearance to release the brakes. They're all hooked up. And they've given us clearance to start both engines. We're going to set our transponder to auto, and we will start engine number 1 first, then engine number 2. So we're looking for
Aircraft calling you are unreadable.
looking for 2.5 N1 or 25% N2.
Juliet Whiskey 016
Before feeding and fuel. Coming up on 22, 23, and 24% fuel going into engine number 1.
Air Force 3215, I'm sorry, what were you taking? Visual for 29. Air Force 3215, clear visual approach from my 29. I cleared 29. And maybe 16 clear southwest of mile.
Alright, there's a good start on engine number 1, starting engine number 2. Through 20% N2 there, looking for 25. And there's 25. Fuel going into engine number 2.
Southwest 87, do not exceed 250 knots for spacing.
Alright, push is complete. Brakes are set.
Roger. American 2473, airspace to the east. Albuquerque is offline for discharge crew. Have a good flight.
Good start on engine number 2. We're going to transfer power to the engine generators. We can kill the APU. The APU bleed can go. Packs to auto isolation, valve to auto, electric hydraulic pumps on, probe heat on, and engine start switch is continuous. We'll set our flaps here in just a moment. Okay, flaps 1, our trim is 5.09 units, so we will set that.
Delta 252, just going to maintain 9,000.
Alrighty, trim set, flap set, and let's go ahead and quickly check the flight controls. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, and rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Flight controls look good to go, and we're ready for taxi. We will give them a call here in just a minute when there is a break on the frequency. We can also flip the taxi light on now that I think of it. Los Angeles Southwest 16, we're on the ground at San Diego with the altimeter taxi.
Okay, aircraft call standby. Alaska 257, sorry for the delay. Climb maintain follow 380.
Alrighty, so we're waiting for taxi here for a minute.
Aircraft call San Diego, go ahead.
Yeah, Southwest 16, we have the altimeter ready for taxi at San Diego.
Southwest 16, we're on the way. 27 taxi Bravo.
27 via Bravo, Southwest 16. Okay, so we got our taxi, brakes released. We will pop the weather radar on, and we'll swing a left here, a tight left to join Bravo, all the way down to 27.
I'm sorry, aircraft call again.
United 573 on Nelly is for ready to take.
And 573, runway 25 left, taxi via Bravo.
Roger, 25 left, fire.
Yeah, scenery's just gorgeous. Downtown San Diego there, the runway looks wonderful. I believe this is TropicalSim,
Southwest 887, just going to maintain 5,000.
who makes the scenery. It looks just really, really, really nice. I'm going to shut up and let you guys enjoy the frequency.
Wind 33018, gust 28, runway 8, clear land. Runway 8, clear left, so we clear 531. I don't know if you can't make that for the winds. Yeah, we're going to get vectors from 3-3, I appreciate it. There's no instrument approach, but if you can take a visual, Burbank's at your 12 o'clock, about 5 miles, report set. Roger, I'll report it to him at 3571. So 3571, Burbank is now at your 11 o'clock, it's going to be heading at 075. Clear vehicle approach from 33. Okay, clear, the visual approach, 33, and I have to report Pacific 2571. Delta 252, turn right, heading 150. Yes, amen. I'd 150, there's at 252. BJ2 Charlie passing 1.3 for phones. Is there aircraft calling again? That's a Beach 82 Charlie. We're turning left at 221 now. Like at departure 1.8 for 5. Where are you? Just departed LA, sir. 82, November 6682, Charlie. I got it now. 6682, Charlie, LA, center radar contact, climb maintain 1000. Up to 11, 82, Charlie. 252, 5, I'm sorry, 10 miles from Honda.
Alrighty, coming up on the runway here. Get the transponder to TARA, and we'll hold short and wait for takeoff clearance.
230, might have 5000 to the service, clear that 25 left approach, over 252. Beach 6682, Charlie, turn left direct Seal Beach, resume on navigation. Left direct Seal Beach on VATSIM, Charlie.
Southwest 16, short of 27, fully ready.
Southwest 16, wind 26012, altimeter 3008, runway 27 cleared for takeoff.
27 cleared for takeoff, Southwest 16. Okay, we're cleared. Lights on. Strobe on. So we enter the active runway transponder set. We'll start the clock. And we'll get out of here.
Delta 252, wind 26017, dust 20, runway 25 left for wind.
Alright, advance those throttles up to 40%. Wait for them to stabilize.
252.
Right about there. Takeoff.
And 26017, dust 20, runway 25 left for wind.
$80 knots.
252, 25 left, clear left. Southwest 87, turn right in 270, land up the local weather.
Yeah, we are just intercepting it right now and headed to 50, is that okay?
Roger.
We got a positive rate of climb, and we'll bring the gear up. LNAV.
Thanks for seeing United 573.
N1 VNAV speed.
33018, dust 27. Runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alrighty. Autopilot's in, gears off, auto brake is off.
Southwest 16, facility center radar contact, climbing channel 13,000.
13,000, Southwest 16.
Maybe 16.
Alrighty, we're cleared up to 13. Now we can enjoy that wing view again. Man, does that look nice. Man, does that look nice. Jeez. I dig it. I dig it. Alrighty. Flaps up.
Wind. Where'd they go?
Engine start switches off.
Wind 26017, dust 20, runway 24 right.
Get the turn off. And we are we are off and away.
Just right, clear land, Southwest 887, where number 2?
Number 75, 71, clear 33 at Burbank. 675, 71. Taxi the gates to your discretion. You can cross, and I got no other traffic there. You can cross runway 26. Taxi the gate discretion, cross 26, traffic 75, 71. Southwest 16, climb maintain, flight level 290.
290, Southwest 16.
Southwest 3353, LA Center. And by Southwest 3353, LA Center. Can you receive voice at all?
Alright, well that was slightly embarrassing. The autopilot didn't go in, despite the fact that I thought it had. So we're cleared up to our flight level, the autopilot is in, and we are officially off and away. I'll see you guys before we start down. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're about 80 miles from top of descent, so let's go ahead and prep for that. We'll reset our MCP altitude when given it from ATC. I'm guessing it's going to be, we'll get clearance to cross CLAR at and maintain 13,250 knots, so I'm going to go ahead and set this down to 13,000 now, given that I'm pretty aware of what's coming.
I don't know how to answer that, but 5.
Yes, I have a conversation on frequency. We'll come up to the pressurization panel and set our landing altitude.
3682 Charlie, turn left, heading 360.
Approximately 2,200 feet at Vegas.
Due north, 82 Charlie.
Like so. I'm guessing it's going to be the ILS runway 1 left, so let's go ahead and put in the information for that in the nav radios. The frequency will be 110.1. And the course for that is 010. It's quite windy at Vegas. It's going to be an interesting landing, I can say that much. Auto brake, we can use an auto brake of 1.
I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Our minimums will be 2460 on the barometric altimeter. Whoops, not the barometric altimeter. Here we go. We'll wind this all the way up to 2460. It'll take a minute. Alright, halfway there. Keep on winding this up. These will be our landing minimums where we need to have the runway in sight, where we're going missed, so they're important to have set. It just takes a little while to do so. 2460, 2460, we're close. There's 2200, 2300, and 2460. Like so, our minimums are set. Approach information, it's the KPEC 3, it's an RNAV arrival, and I'm expecting we'll get vectors early on for 1 left. We'll come down into the FMS, and we will go into departures and arrivals, and we will program the ILS 1 left. I'm assuming that is what we're going to have. I've been wrong before, it's obviously possible that I'm wrong again, but I'm pretty comfortable assuming that we're going to have 1 left. And then lastly, our landing speed. We can have 9.6 on board. We'll have 7.0 when we arrive at Vegas. It's a difference of 2,500 pounds. So we'll call this 112 on the gross weight, and we'll take flaps 30. And that will give us a landing speed of 124 knots. Alrighty, so we're prepped to descent, and we'll be starting down soon.
Alright, let's start the Cackle, cross the Cackle ladder above 9,400, clear to RNAV G-Cliff, into Big Bear City. Southwest 16, expect vectors visual approach runway 25, left Las Vegas, altimeter 1083, deploy heading 040.
Alright, we'll expect vectors for the visual 25 left, 040 after CLAR, Southwest 16.
Actually, Southwest 16, I can get you a little sooner if you want 1 left.
Yeah, it's just taking a look at the winds. We'll take 1 left, Southwest 16.
Southwest 16, turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 8,000.
060, 8,000, Southwest 16.
And Southwest 16, sorry about that, do not exceed 250 knots. Gonna be a quick approach.
Alright, we'll keep it at 250. Okay, so we just, a lot happened there. We're going to get one left, which we programmed for, which is good news. We're down to 8,000 on a 060 heading and 250 on the speed. I'm going to pull out full spoilers here because we need it to drop speed at this point. And we're turning into a tailwind, so yeah, this will be interesting.
Charlie, squawk on Charlie.
We do have our safety belts on, guys. Obviously, it's quite bumpy. You need them when you're descending, especially when it's this turbulent. So the belts are on. We're slowing down nicely, actually, and getting up a bit of a rate of descent. We'll get our fixed landing lights on at 10,000 feet, which won't be too much longer.
Charlie, wind 26017, gust 20, runway 25 right at Bravo. I'm sorry, 25 right at Foxtrot, clear for takeoff.
And we'll keep these boards out so we can keep a decent rate of descent going, actually drop the speed down to 240. And we'll take it all the way in from here. And then once we're on the ground, we'll be taxiing to gate Charlie 7.
It's 2045, actually, do you need to descend or maintain 350?
Just work that spoiler a little bit to keep a decent rate of descent.
Yeah, 2586, what's your aircraft type again?
Alright, coming up on 10,000 feet. Fixed landing lights are on. We have our pressure reset to 29083. Which is the current altimeter here at Vegas.
So you said 767-800? Yeah.
Yeah, the wind right now at McCarran 340 at 18 gust 27. That is absurd wind. And actually, you know what we're going to do as a result of that? We're going to be landing with flaps 15 because of the wind. So, flaps 15, landing speed will be 129. And that's just because of how windy it is in the gusts.
And 653 depart Santa Monica and 070 after passing Santa Monica. The Santa maintain 3,500, vectors ILS runway 25 left approach. Alright, after Santa Monica, left 070 and then down to 3,000, yeah, 653. Southwest 16, truck heading 010 on the rollout, Las Vegas International Airport. Will be at your 12 o'clock, about 20 mile reporting site.
Alright, left 010, we'll call the field in sight, Southwest 16. Put those spoilers away, drop our speed down to 230 now.
Number 1740 Charlie, proceed direct field.
Engine start switches to continuous.
1740 Charlie, turn left direct field beach, resume navigation. Left direct field beach, no navigation, Southwest 16 to sound maintain 6,000.
6,000, Southwest 16.
Southwest 1322 at Vegas, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1322 on runway 1 Bravo, taxi via Bravo.
Roger that, we'll taxi via Bravo to runway 1 right at Bravo for Southwest 1322.
Once we're through 7,000 feet, we'll drop the speed down here to 210 knots. And we're looking for the field. We're looking for the field. I'm not yet seeing it. Should be just on the other side of this hill.
Southwest 16, Las Vegas now, is at your 12 o'clock, 16 mile report set.
We're still looking Southwest 16. Alright, let's see if we can see it quite yet. No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, okay. Now that's starting to load in. Yeah, I can just see the lead-in lights there. We'll call the field in sight. Southwest 16 has the field.
Southwest 16, clear visual approach runway 1 left.
Clear the visual 1 left, Southwest 16.
Level 2586 heavy, cleared to Memphis of the fly runway.
Alrighty, I'm going to turn to intercept the localizer here.
Maintain 3000, expect flight level 105.
Drop the speed down to 180.
142.
And we'll take flaps 1.
142, that's 256.
The 2586 read back, expect runway 25 right for departure advisory taxi.
And we will take flaps 5 as well.
Heavy, fly runway heading. Wind 250 white, gust 26, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 16, wind 320 white, gust 30, altimeter now 2981, runway 1 left, cleared to land.
1 left, cleared land. We have the altimeter, Southwest 16, thanks.
American Flight 2794, taxi system.
Sorry, was that American call 67?
Hey, come in.
Alrighty, got the loc.
67 clear San Francisco International Airport as filed. Climb view 6 and maintain 5,000. Squawk 7140.
And the glide. Drop the speed down a bit further. We'll drop the gear, arm the spoilers, and take flaps 15.
7 with you 11 miles northwest of Avenal, flight level 290. American 1267, read back correction, expect runway 25 right, for departure. I'm sorry, are you at 25 right? Expect runway 24 left for departure, advisory taxi.
Go around altitude, and VREF speed is all we're waiting on. 7,000 on the go. Go around altitude is set, and our landing speed 129. We'll add 5 knots. We'll add a bit more than 5. We'll call it 139
3306 and low Charlie this time.
to help with that wind, and we are ready to land. Field is in sight. I will hand fly the aircraft down here in just a moment.
Sorry, who are you all calling?
That's a 2586, 4507, urban basis.
That's a 2586 heavy runway 25 right, taxi Bravo.
My aircraft, autopilot is out, auto throttle is out, flight directors
53, turn right, heading
are out.
150.
I have control.
Right, Wolf Coast, United 653.
Yeah, this wind will be interesting, to say the least. It's a good thing we took flaps 15. I can say that much.
Southwest 1889, runway 1 right at Bravo, taxi Bravo. My apologies, 1 right at Bravo, taxi Bravo, Southwest 1889. 1740 Charlie, John Wayne out, altimeter 3000. 000, 405. Unit 653, 5 miles from Honda, turn right, heading 230, maintain 3,000.
Look at that wind. Holy shit.
Runway 25, left approach.
Oh my gosh. Look at that crosswind, boys. and any of you girls out there who may be watching.
And unit 527.
Holy cow. Well, this will be exciting.
527, just be advised, I'm still not showing your beacon there. Beacon squawk mode, Charlie. And United 527, I'll resupply, call here, stand by.
Here come our minimums.
Center,
There they are.
1322 is holding short to runway 1 right at Bravo.
Southwest 13 Charlie, 2 on up at Bessie. Wind 320 white, gust 30, runway 1 right at Bravo, clear for takeoff.
Hey, roger that. Clear for takeoff, RNO to Bessie for Southwest 1322.
Just try and gently fly it down here. Little float. Alright, we're down. Hold the nose up. Gently ease the nose down.
United 653.
80 knots.
26, runway 25 left, Berlin.
60 knots. Manually braking. And we'll exit to the right up here at November. That was quite tricky.
6080, heavy radar contact, climb maintain 13,000.
Woo! Start up the APU. Can get rid of the strobe. Bring the flaps in. Bring the speed brake in. Auto brake is disarmed. We can stop the clock. That was a 53-minute flight.
So aircraft calling again?
Delta 88 requesting clearance to San Francisco International Airport.
I'm not understanding your call, so you're breaking up there.
Fine, this is Delta 88.
I don't show a Delta 88. Stand by Southwest 16, welcome to Las Vegas, cross runway 1 right, taxi to the gate via Delta Golf.
Delta Golf to the gate and cross 1 right. Southwest 16, thanks, good night.
Yeah, 2045 cross Graham at maintain flight level 180.
Los Angeles, Southern Delta 2586, fully short, runway 25.
Alrighty, and Delta and Golf to the gate for us.
Block mode, Charlie.
Alrighty.
Block mode, Charlie, Delta 2586.
Okay guys, so we are arriving here at the gate. We'll transfer power to the APU generators. We will get the APU bleed on. We'll get the dome light on as well. Whoops. Transponder can go.
I don't think you just be advised that flight plan that you filed does not have any correct SIDS.
And there's a van parked right in front of our gate. Oh joy. We'll just have to go through it then. Oh, there he goes. Taxi light can go. And here is gate Charlie 7. Welcome to Las Vegas.
And 653 Local Los Angeles, join hotel to Papa, hold for the runway 25 right, departing traffic. Hold for 25 right, departing traffic, 63.
There we are. Brakes are set. Cut the engines.
Result 88, I found my flight time is not Austin, Berlin 72.
And we'll clean up the aircraft.
Result 88, I'm going to be logging off, so for this change crew, have a good one. Distribute your crossroad. Distribute your cross runway 25 right, taxi to gate via Bravo. Cross 25 right with gate via Bravo, yeah, 653.
Alrighty, ground power, APU can go, as well as the fuel pumps.
United 12, or sorry, United 1125, leave my airspace to the east.
And we will request deboarding. Here we are at Las Vegas. Awesome. And we'll get off frequency because it's kind of going to hell in a handbasket. Alrighty, there we are. I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. That was a lot of fun. It was a little rough in places. It's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me on that. But I do hope it was enjoyable. I hope you guys were able to enjoy the ATC. That was very, very cool having full ATC from point A to point B. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.